There's a trend that's boomeranging back into style, and that's actually the trend. That's the name of it. Boomerang employees. That's the spin. So many puns. And if it's not clear, it's where you come boomeranging back to the company that you just left or got fired from for better opportunities. Lately, the media is pushing a whole bunch of articles about how being a boomerang employee could be a good thing for you. There's a news video where they interview a boomerang employee where he talks about why he left for better opportunities and then proceeded to change his mind and come crawling back. And it's just loaded with all of the classic tropes of why an office is better.
Really was just kind of looking for other opportunities.
Terry George spent 3 years as a workforce management analyst when he decided to leave in the midst of the pandemic. He wanted to work from home and hired on with a Florida-based company.
When I got there, I found a significantly different culture than what was online.
The 60 to 70 hour workload made him realize within weeks he'd made a mistake.
Oh, you work remote, so all you do is work. You never close your laptop because you're at home.
He's not alone. A LinkedIn survey found the number of employees returning to their same employer last year up 4%. A few aisles away, we found Kenneth Badia. He's back at Gateway First Bank, too, in a new position. He left a post he'd held for several years to pursue an advanced degree and says the pandemic helped him focus on school.
So this person left to go get a degree, presumably to get a better job, but then the pandemic happened and he ended up just coming back. Now they have a bunch more debt probably and the same job. I'm sure the bosses and managers just love it. They save all sorts of money. Speaking of negotiation, or I guess skipping it, if you're a Boomerang employee or tired of getting ghosted or lowballed, then check out my website, joshuafluke.store, where I put together some courses called Hacking the Resume and Hacking the Interview that go over exactly how to stand out in today's rigged job market. Plus, I offer resume reviews where I review your resume and send you a video back of all the changes you should make and why. And if you don't want to do that, I'll do it for you with custom resume builds, where I make it from scratch and send you a video back of all of the changes I did and why. In fact, just the other day, we got a review from someone who just got a job using the resume we made them. And then there's also Consultations, if you just want to pick my brain. And we've helped people of all backgrounds and experience. New grads, career changers, job gaps, even directors and VPs. Anyways, check out joshuafluke.store, where I show you how to flip the power dynamic and actually negotiate and apply to these jobs from a position of strength and not desperation. If you're done with the HR games, AI filters, or being labeled a flight risk, then check out joshuafluke.store or just hit the link in the description. Thanks so much to myself for sponsoring myself today.
Both men report to Earl Dunham, the senior vice president of servicing. He told me Boomerang employees are helping fill the labor gap. And what were some of the reasons they gave for wanting to return?
Our culture, just the supportive teamwork that we have here.
Now, the main thing about this is that they don't usually offer you a raise as a Boomerang employee. The budget for getting more money is typically reserved for new hires. But when you Boomerang back, you'll most likely just be getting what you were before. But only now, you're a documented flight risk. You've already left the company. Even if you don't burn the bridge, they already know that you were unhappy there. And I doubt they fixed all your issues. But when it comes time for them to downsize, who do you think is going to be first on the chopping block? They might say something like, "We're so happy to have you back," but really they're saying, put them on the maybe list for layoffs just in case. The media will try and present being a Boomerang hire as a second chance, but really you're just a clearance rack hire. They get a whole bunch of savings, and they get to skip the how much do you expect to make here negotiation portion, and they even get to pat themselves on their back for building a great culture that people want to come back to. And you get safety, which they can revoke without 2 weeks notice or anything. Look, I'm not saying that going back to a job is bad, but I'm saying don't let them market being a Boomerang employee to you like it's some sort of fairy tale upgrade.
Terry agrees. It's good to return to work with the team he knows.
Working at home is nice on those days where it's snowy and you don't have to get out. But if I can come in, be around people, hear laughter, and not just hear silence at home when I'm working.
Here we go again with the classic remote tropes. I'm at home, so it's so quiet, I hate it, I feel alone. You can be in a room full of people and feel alone. Just because you're working remote doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself at home alone.
As for Kenneth, he shared the key to getting your job back or landing a new one. So what's the lesson in this that you can share with others?
No matter what job you're at, always do your best and always leave in a good note, because especially if it's a place you can...
I'm curious if this person's advanced degree helped him at all when he boomeranged back to the company. Doesn't seem like they mentioned any of that. In fact, they don't talk about what the company gains from this at all, except helping to fill the employment need or whatever. And you're a documented flight risk, so they have leverage over you. Good luck getting a promotion or a raise or anything like that after you've left, only to come back and say, "Sorry, I made a mistake, boss. I like working here better." Now, there's this other video from a company called Resnick, I guess, and it's just a video where they made employees that left for better opportunities give their testimonial for why they messed up and decided to come back to Resnick.
Hi, I'm Bhavna Nigandhi. I'm a manager at Resnick.
Sleva. I'm an audit manager.
My name is Kai Dudley.
I graduated in December and I started in January. So, made it to senior. And then I ended up actually, leaving the firm for a while, ended up leaving for a couple of years, and then ended up returning to Resnick this year in January.
This is wild that a company would ask their employees to do this from my POV.
Hey, Internet. I left. Man, that messed up.
So weird.
The reason I wanted to come back to Resnick is I remember how I had exposure to different projects.
I had come back to Resnick for a couple of reasons. One, my experience throughout has been a positive one.
As you can see from all the enthusiasm on my face, I really just love being here. I wonder if this was part of like the agreement. Well, if you want to come back, then you got to tell everyone you're sorry. That's kind of the vibe.
You're sacrificing, a large portion of your year, and we're just doing audit work like crazy. We're more than just like people behind a computer screen. I just think that's so apparent, and something that I didn't see at other companies that I worked for.
Now, of course, if we look at it surface level, it could be nice to go back to your older company where you meet some of your old coworkers, already know what to do. But what do you think about Boomerang employees? Would you go crawling back to your last job? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, subscribe to see more content like this of me calling out this corporate nonsense. And if you have anything you'd like me to showcase on the channel, you can email me, Instagram, Discord, however you want to do it. The links for that are all down in the description. Having said all that, I hope everyone's doing really well, and I'll see you in the next one.